guys, it's Mavro with another Minecraft video. We are here live on skyblock.net. I'm here with It's Austin. And we're on Austin's island here. I'm starting off on his original bedrock, little piece of bedrock here that he started off in. And Austin, thanks so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to showcasing your island.
Oh, it's fun to have. It's fun to be here.
So let's talk first about your name and the fact that you're making me dizzy as you spin around here. Whoa. Name and skin.
I was looking for a new skin because I had my skin for a really long time. Just wanted something new, and I found this skin, and it reminded me of like the Doge meme. And
Yeah.
so I just like the clothes and everything. So that's kind of where I ended up with my skin. And then my username, I've actually bounced between a few different usernames over the year. Most of which I don't remember, but I've always came back to this one, time and time after, just because it's a lot of it's like a nostalgic thing for me, and also like other people that I've met throughout the years kind of remembers this username over anything else because it's been like my long-term username, so to say. So I just kind of, after a few years, decided to keep this username. But I think I made it when I was around like 13, 12, 13. I'm 20
Oh,
now.
nice.
Been like a long-term thing.
Well, that's awesome. That's so cool. And that's something you can go back to and remember what you were thinking when you were 12 or 13, and maybe this video will be something you go back to in the future and go back and say, oh, that's what I was thinking when I was 20. So that's cool. So
I'm
so tell
excited to
so
have a
so
little
tell
time
me,
capsule.
like all of us, you start off on this little island in the sky, clump of dirt and sand and chest. What did you decide to do here? What was your vision for your build?
So I originally was thinking I was gonna do like quartz and um, stone brick. And when I first started on here, this island's probably about 4 or 5 months old at this point. Um, I realized how much of a difference like the economy is versus on the economy server. Uh, so I went with bone block instead because it was kind of what I decided would look the most like quartz, and it was super affordable at the time.
Right.
Um, so I kind of ended up there. Uh, I originally started this island with somebody else, but they decided that they didn't really like Skyblock as much as they like economy. So it just kind of ended up becoming a solo island after a little bit of time. And I'm like very cognizant to say about my money, like what I spend money on and stuff, because I like trying to have extra money to be able to help other people.
Yeah.
Uh, so I guess kind of lean toward bone blocks in this. And I actually have there's some parts of my island that's I've tried to actually fix it at this point, but I use Fulbright a lot.
Uh-huh.
So there's some parts of my islands that may be a little dim, but still seeable. Um, but yeah, we kind of decided on a spaceship type of theme is what I was going for down here,
Okay.
which I could have put my other island, like my other part of my island, underneath this. And thinking back, I don't really know why I didn't, but I still like to say it's spaceship theme because that's what it reminds me of the most.
Got it. Kind of a spaceship theme. And then let's see if quick recap. You kicked your co-op member out because they liked economy better than survival, the survival server on Skyblock. For those not familiar, skyblock.net is the original Skyblock server created by Noob Crew, the creator of the Skyblock plugin. And it currently has three different servers that are part of skyblock.net. There's the classic server, which was launched back in, I think, 2013. That's the original server. This is the survival server, sometimes just referred to as the Skyblock server. It's basically vanilla Skyblock, but updated to 1.19.2. And then there's also an economy server that also, I believe, is at 1.19.2, but it has a different type of economy. In the case on this server we're on, it's entirely player-driven. There's no shop to sell things to. Instead, you have to figure out what other people want and provide those things in order to make money. And the currency on this server is grass blocks. So if you hear us talking about wanting to keep some grass around, that basically means money, green. So what else would you like to show right now?
So we could start off over here. This is kind of the most simplistic part of this. This is a little bit of like a rares room. There's nothing too special here. I don't really spend money on rares. I try to collect them as I go.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have like a few random items from friends. Like there's this cookie that my friend email gave me, and then SMP, which I'm sure you've heard of or
Who?
had a few communications with. SMP
Oh, yes.
gave me
I
this
do know
little.
SMP. Yeah. Hmm.
She gave me this little chicken nugget. But there's
I
pretty
love
much
Super
no.
Monkey Pig. I'm just playing with her. But, ooh, and you got
Yeah.
some netherite scraps over here. Nice. So
Yes. And then these are just the Fourth of July rares.
yeah,
Uh, I kind of like to space them out because I want to fill this up eventually, but I'm just gonna do it as time goes on or when I do have eventually more grass because the grass that I have right now, I'm trying to save up as much grass to put back into my player shop, which we'll get to later on. But
oh, okay, cool.
we kind of have like the same idea in mind of keeping things a little bit lower for newer players, which I love.
Yeah, yeah, very welcoming server. For those that haven't been on it, this is not one of those toxic Minecraft servers at all. In fact, if anything, people are going to come and love on you a little too much. You're like, yo, give me some space. So,
So this is just my little museum that I've started that I'm eventually going to fill up just with map art and things like that. I have a lot more map art that I haven't put here yet, but yeah, there's a little hallway right here for the bigger map arts, but I don't got much in here right now.
I don't think I've seen some of these on the server. Take me with you. I don't recall seeing these. So, cool.
I think these two are Karai. I think all of these are Karai's actually. And then I have some over here from Magic is a Mush, the mob
The mob
map
heads.
art.
Yeah.
Yep. And then some from Emmy. Um, I know I have a few from like a few other creators, like the Dobby one over here is from Cuppy. And then Quoken has the uh, Patrick meme
Yeah.
one. And then Peeler or One T Swift, I have a few from him as well. I really like supporting people, especially the things that I think are pretty cool. Map art's kind of just like one of my, I guess, how they have like enthusiasts, like different roles
Oh,
you could
yeah.
have for Discord. I would say map art is like the one that I like the best.
Yeah. Oh, and here's
Here's
where the money comes in. Here's all that you're making all that grass, probably, right?
my little casino. Uh, I actually have to. Toasty said he didn't notice. Uh, I actually have to upgrade my prizes a little bit here. They're not too bad, but I do want to make my jackpot. Probably going to up it to about 10 stacks sometime here soon. I've just been saving up
Whoa.
some grass uh, for that. Right now it's 5 stacks, but I want to eventually make the prize pot for these a bit better. The heads, I actually have a lot of pretty good heads. Most of the heads that are in here are worth anywhere from like 200 to 300 grass. So I think that's
Nice.
pretty fair. I just want to up that last prize pot a little bit, but of course I have signs that say everything so people know what they're getting into.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think we have okay, yeah, I got my storage room over here as well. So here's my storage room. There's not much to see here. There's a second floor, but there's nothing up here. It's just empty.
All right, I
There's
got to
nothing up
ask,
here.
is there anything that you hoard in particular? Is there anything that you're embarrassed that you have so many of?
Yeah. I have about two double chests full of cobblestone. No, probably about four. I don't even use cobblestone. I just like giving it to new players because a lot of new people decide to kind of make that their first
Yeah.
jumping off point to expanding their island. So
And
I
we're all
love that.
swimming in the stuff, right? I mean, because you get it at vote
Yeah.
parties. There's all sorts of ways that cobblestone just magically appears in your inventory. But I've been thinking about a new series on YouTube to stream, like of really short, like 5-minute videos. I'm thinking about calling it Hoarders Skyblock Edition. And so basically,
I would love that.
because I know people are just doing stupid stuff, and I've been inspired by doing this series here and seeing these massive. Some people have these massive cavernous storage areas. And I know that somebody's got like 15 dubs of like furnaces or something stupid, right? And
I know people that have like 4 or 5 double chests of chess that they're not even using or planning on using. So
exactly.
I think that would be such a cool series.
I think that would be so much fun. Yeah, I'm going to ask for trust so I can open up and film what's in the storage, and then we can talk about like
Yeah.
what were you thinking? How did this come about? And I can playfully berate them, and then move on and just make it like a really short little series. But that's you guys heard it here first on Austin's showcase, an idea for a new series that that I'm thinking about doing. Hoarders Skyblock
Oh,
Edition.
what? Like Emmy said, I'm a hoarder of map art. There's
Oh
so
yeah,
many map art hoarders on the server. You could definitely get away with a few of those showcases as well.
that's true. That's true. That sounds fun. All right, what else would you like to show us?
Okay, so we can go up to my spawn from here.
Okay, I'm just going to go. I'm going to type in your in-game name here /visit WoahItsAustin.
So we've already shown my casino, so there's not much over this way besides just a little drop down to my casino.
Okay.
From here we can go to my shop. There's a little you can TPA up here. There's a ladder, either one.
I've got the ladder skills today. Some days I
Yeah.
don't. I've been known to fall off a ladder or two. So.
So with this sign here, I had a lot of people confused because I made a little cafe. People were coming over here because I wanted to make, and I'm eventually going to expand on this idea, but I want to make a lot of since I have like a little bit of a jungle going on, some like a little bit of like tree house theme things. So I made a little sky cafe. I like the way this turned out, like with the moss tabletops and everything.
That's cool. And then you got water, cookies, and horchata. Nothing like a good horchata. Yes. $6.25, fair. That's a fair price. So.
I love it. Oh, I just fell off. Wait.
Oh, hey, you picked up some of my luck. I'm renowned for falling off things. So, all right. So this is your shop here. I got to call this out. Don't buy out my iron. You will get island banned. Thank you. Hard. Wait a minute. For Iron Trade Shop, do visit map. No. So I have the same thing here. Do not. No. My iron shops are just to be used on my island. All right. I see how this is.
Yes. That's what.
Shots fired.
That's what the what the premise of it was. I wasn't trying to get people to buy out your iron shop. I was just trying to get people to support it more.
Oh yeah. No. You better not, Toast. Anyway, so iron is basically, for those who don't know, iron ingots are essentially a secondary currency. So grass is like $1. Iron ingots are mostly 4 for $1. So you can basically think of them as quarters. And sometimes we have difficulty keeping change in the till. Let's put it that way. So
yeah, for sure. So this is pretty much the main part, and then I'm gonna eventually expand on this because I found myself kind of the back part up here. I kind of found myself a lot of the stuff that I have a little bit too much of, or stuff that I buy as extra building blocks, because I have a lot of extra building blocks just in scattered
case
throughout random chests. I kind of want to start, because I've already done this with people that need specific items. I kind of wanted to start giving away the stuff that I don't use. So I plan on kind of using this part eventually for that. I got some of these chests filled, but I don't got any of like the signs or anything yet. I'm waiting to open this until I open this back up in full force. As I was mentioned, I'm saving up a little bit to kind of get this back to where I want. So if any of the people that are, I know there's a few people watching in chat, I have purposely been leaving my iron shop closed because I've been saving up. So we got a little bit of something to look forward to for my shop. I kind of want to reinvent it the way that I had it originally when I first opened it, but I had a few things going on and I just wasn't able to keep up with it. But I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm able to. So that's what I've been doing here. There's been very limited trades in my shop as of recently.
So I just punched the Visit Maporific sign, and at least on my screen, it's disappeared. So take that, Visit Maporific sign. Anyway, I'm sure it's still there. I'm sure it's just my own client glitching, but still, it made me feel good for a minute. So
So we come down here again. I'm a little bit all over the place, but no, that's what makes it fun, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Uh, so going with like the waterfalls and things, I got a few different waterfalls and kind of rivers, lakes around my island. I eventually want to expand on that, and that's what some of my outskirts of my island, that as you'll see in a little bit, or
Oh
back
wow, there's a
here,
lot here.
there's a lot of empty space. So
Yeah.
this is actually a 199 by 199.
Oh, so you got the
I
full expansion.
eventually, yeah, I was there was another player. I don't want to mention him because I don't want anybody to hound him. But I don't know if he'll be watching this. But if so, thank you. I mentioned that I wanted to get um, an expansion, and he was kind enough to just buy it for me, which I love. Um, you know, going back to what you were saying earlier about this very loving community, I've had so many experiences with other people buying people ranks just because they see them playing a lot and the person either can't afford it or don't want to spend the money on it at that point in time, or like even me myself, I've done giveaways on forums where I'll give away like $15, $20 gift cards to help out people that are either new or even older players that just want some type of Toasty was saying, was it me? I don't. It was not you. Um, but I know in the past you have done a lot for other people. So I want to say thank you for that. There's a lot of amazing players, definitely, that are willing to spend money on not only their friends, but I've seen people buy stuff for people that they don't even hardly know. So I don't know. This community is one that I found a lot of comfort in because of how nice people are.
Yeah, it definitely feels like abundance. You know, there's this kind of concept of people who live in a scarcity mindset versus a mindset of abundance. And a scarcity mindset is where you're not sure if you're going to have enough, and you're always looking to get more, and all the rest of that. And while we do that as players to try to fill our chests or whatever, I would say that overall this server fosters the abundance mindset. Uh, if you don't have something, you can just ask in chat, and there's a good chance that somebody will just pop over and help you out, right?
With no questions asked or
No,
nothing
yeah,
in return. It's like, yeah, I
exactly,
wanted to give it to you. I got it extra. It's just
right,
I do it all the time for new players, especially. I'll be like, here's a
totally,
little gift for joining the server.
yep,
Because when
yeah,
I first joined, I was just saying that I was new and I wasn't really even asking for something. This was on economy, and we don't really talk as much these days, but I do want to give her a little shout out. Jane, Jane 37.
oh, yeah,
She gave me an abundance of just like random stuff that it's not like stuff that would be like super valuable, but stuff that would be super valuable to like a new player. And I
totally,
still see
yeah,
her doing it to this day. And I do that as much as I can. Like I was saying, not super valuable stuff because I don't always have super valuable stuff to give away. But when I do, I
yeah.
love doing giveaways and things like that.
Yeah, I totally
Um,
agree, and I'll give a shout out to Toast who's watching right now. So Toast actually um, gave me my Skylord rank. He bought me the
I
Skylord
love that.
rank, and the reason that happened, you may not even remember this, but one of my things is like just like you going and helping out new players. I see somebody speak up in chat, I go check them out. I have a little guide that I offer people, and some free stuff and things like that. And I was doing that, and I didn't realize it was one of Toast's alts. and
I
so,
love that.
and so he's like, "Oh, thanks. Do you do this with everybody?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." And he's like, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to do something for you." I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "I'm going to buy you a rank." I'm like, "Wait, what? What? Huh?" And that's what happened. So, but yeah, there's a lot of unexpected acts of kindness. I've heard them called sometimes on this
For sure.
server, which is just really really cool. So, what else would you like to show
Um,
us?
Going back to just, I guess we can go over here a little bit. Over to, if you come down, I don't know why I'm flying. You told me that you didn't have it.
He's
If you
just
come
showing
down
off.
and follow
I'm just
follow
differently
my blue,
abled. All right. So,
if you come down to my spawn again and follow the blue carpets, this is another one of the things that I like to do for new players. I think I have about 24, 25 at this point. Most of which I bought in, but I've also had a few donated. probably about 10 or 15 at this point. I know she's watching, so I want to give a shout out to her. I don't want, like I said, I don't want to always mention people's names because I don't want people to be hounded for things. But um, thank you so much for donate. Like last week, I got donated like 10 spawners, so I want to say thank you so
Wow.
much for that. Uh, yeah, I have about 16 zombie pigmen spawners, which these
What?
kind of look weird, but if you, yeah, there used to be an 8 spawner limit, but since the update, there's pretty much no limit. I did want to mention that because I know a lot of people don't
Wait,
know that.
really?
Yeah, you can put as many zombie pigmen spawners as you want now. I
Well,
double
there goes
checked
the
with
price of
Luca.
gold.
I double checked. I double checked with Luca to make sure that I wasn't breaking any rules or exploiting anything with that, and he pretty much told me unless I get told by anybody else that it's okay for the time being, and that's been a few months. So staff's definitely aware of the fact that there's no limit on that now.
Interesting.
Then I have. We can go over. We can go over this way first. I got seat spawners. I have. I want to say. Let me fly up there and check real quick. I think I have about 4 at this point. No, I have way more than 4. I actually expanded this. So I have 8 of the seat spawners, and then I have 2 of the cow right next to it.
I'm gonna be over here just so you know
Um,
after this video because I need to get me some raw mutton for one of my shops that helps players complete one of the challenges where they have to cook raw mutton. So I'm gonna be over here with a looting 3-sword without fire aspect to say hi to these sheepies. Hello, sheepies.
yeah, feel free. And if anybody else is watching, let players know. As much as I don't got these where I want them yet, I eventually plan on putting 8 in all of the other ones because 16 and then 16 and 16, that'll be 48, which will be like my max.
Yeah.
But my zombie pigmen and my sheep at this point in time are my max for right now. I think I have about anywhere from 2 to 4 of the skeleton and creeper at this point in
And this
time.
is great. I had some players just earlier today ask me if they could have some bones. And I was like, yeah, sure. I tossed them a handful of bones. But next time I'm going to say, go visit WoahItsAustin and use the zombie grinder. You can get your own bones and some XP and maybe some arrows. So, yeah.
Yeah, where I got like the forest, I tried to map everything out kind of so it's not as confusing with the carpets and kind of color coded it. When you come to my island, there's like the message of the day. It's color coded. The text is color coded based off of the different things on my island, which
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
thought was pretty cool.
Very helpful.
This over here is just a little windmill. So kind of with my island theme up top, talking about that now since I talked about my island theme with the spaceship and things like that. Um, oh, he's giving me so much mutton. Thank you, Beard Hog. Here, this is for you.
Oh,
Take the raw mutton.
all right. Raw mutton dance. Ooty, ooty, ooty. Let's do that. Let's do it. Ooty, 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 ooty. All right. So thank you. Thanks, Bearded.
But with the theme up top, what I was really going for originally, and I'm still kind of following this theme because it makes sense in my head. But a bit of a WAP themed island, and that's where all of the different rivers and streams and kind of hills that have water coming off. I'm eventually going to make kind of like houses with little moats off to the side and all of this free space. Um, with my other island, with my other parts of this part of the island, I've kind of at first got mapped out what I want to do in my head and then did the landscaping part because I feel like it's a lot easier than mining and kind of shifting a few things. So that's kind of where my plans are going with this part of my island. Then I got the little windmill because I decided since we're going to do like a moss natural themed island, keeping that same theme, I kind of want to do like a bit of a medieval theme up here. Kind of open it up. I know some other players, and I did this with my island on Eco. If anybody would like to add anything to my island, to the extra parts or anything, I'm more than willing to provide the resources and everything.
Oh,
I
cool.
like my islands being very player based. So I like to say on Eco, like yes, I have a huge island, and I I spent a lot of time making that a huge island. But if I'm being all the way honest, like a lot of my ideas and even builds, and I have people credited on those, came from other people. So if anybody ever wants, even like if you have a cool redstone idea that you think would be cool for other players to use or anything like that, just feel free to hit me up, and I'm always open to letting other people just kind of let their own creativity flourish on my island because it gives me more of a jumping off point for what I want to do next.
That's cool. I love that. It makes it kind of a community event. You get ideas. You kind of take some of their creative energy, and that can inspire your own creative energy, and that can just kind of rebound amongst all the players. Make cool stuff. And I love the
Yeah,
water and the vertical stuff. Like I love seeing people that go beyond the platform, and build you know, something that's got mountains and hills and trees and valleys and forests and then
yeah.
water. It's just cool stuff.
I'm, I'm really trying to with like the mountains and stuff. I have a few on eco too that I've kind of built, but I really like terraforming, so I'm trying to expand on that as much as possible. So I'm sure as time goes on, we'll see more hills and mountains and things like
Yeah.
that get added onto my island.
Well, that's awesome. Um, our time together is probably approaching its end. Anything else you'd like to share here?
As far as what we said, I think I've covered pretty much everything. Um, I do want to say there's a lot of really, really good competitors. So good luck to everybody else as well. I'm looking forward to seeing. You mentioned Luca's Island as well. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yep.
So tune into that, guys. If you guys are in the same time zone or end up watching it later on, either way, there's been a lot of really, really nice islands and really nice players that I've seen throughout this. So just a shout out to everybody else that's done this as well.
I agree. And I'm going to take a moment and just rocket over your island because I think that's kind of a cool way to experience one last bit here from the air. So yeah, you've got tons of space to expand, and it's not immediately obvious because you've got all the trees and jungles and things like that. But how fun! I
Yeah.
do have to give a shout out now. Go to a quick commercial break, and give a shout out to Feathered Chicken for Feathered Chicken donated 5 stacks of grass blocks. That's 320 grass blocks, as well as a couple voter keys showed up in my inventory about the time that he was tossing them. I think he may have tossed them. I don't know actually, but those are all part of the Island Showcase prize pot. As Austin mentioned, we do have a contest running in addition to just the series. Top 3 most liked videos will get pieces of that prize pot. Um, but thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you want to help Austin maybe get a piece of that prize pot, give this video a like. If you want to see more of these types of videos, maybe additional series like the Hoarders Skyblock Edition, which I may or may not do, subscribe to this channel. And if you'd like to take part in this in real time, like some of us are doing here, then feel free to hit that bell icon so you get notified when we're going live. And
Got one last.
yeah,
Oh, sorry. Got
no,
one last thing to share here.
yeah,
So like I mentioned, there's been many players. So I expect somebody else to win for sure. But if by the off chance that I do win, I will be putting my prize pot back into buying other people ranks and things like that. I kind of already thought that through in my mind. So keep that in mind if you guys want to give this video a like, because it will be going back to the community.
that's awesome.
Bravo.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Austin. Thanks everybody. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. Say bye.
All right. Bye.